Good news for barley farmers.
Yeah, good luck to them. We're spending $300 billion on submarines because we think the Chinese are going to invade us. And we're flogging them the iron ore to make the steel that goes into their troop ships. And now we're back selling them grain so their soldiers are fit and strong when they get here. Me, talk about being the authors of your own demise.
Someone's in a mood.
Yes, but it's not because of our ridiculously hypocritical foreign policy. It's because of this story in Wednesday's newspaper. 3 blokes, and by blokes I mean smashed their way into the South Lake home of Russell and Katie Edwards. Can't tell you the names of 2 of the home invaders because they were minors at the time in early 2021. We can tell you the name of the 3rd because he was an adult. His name is Coolio Derek Mears. Russell and Katie are in their 90s, by the way, and it's 1:30 in the morning when they hear a downstairs window get smashed, so this is pretty scary stuff. When Katie goes to work out what's happening, they stomp on her foot, smash her head with a rolled-up newspaper, and then start hurling things at Russell. Ceramic ornaments, because that's what you have when you're old as Yoda, pot plants, that kind of thing. Leaves their victims looking like this. Then before they leave, these 3 cut the power to the house so that Katie and Russell are left bleeding and bruised in complete darkness, probably wondering whether someone's going to come back and kill them.
I get why you've got the rage.
It's not rage at the home invaders. I need a whole new word to describe how I feel about them. Bugger, buggity, off. I'm pissed off at the court system. Guess what Coolio's sentence was for ruining this couple's life? They will never sleep well again. They will never fully recover from their injuries. The last few precious moments on this earth they have been f***ed. And Mears got 3 years. 3 years. His parents should have got longer than that for calling him Coolio.
Not much of a penalty.
Well, it gets better, or worse rather. The sentence is backdated to May last year, which means if he gets parole, and most of them do, he'll be walking the streets by the end of this year. The other 2 both got less than 4 years. The judge was Linda Black. Linda said the attack was disgusting and that she was appalled by their behaviour. Now, I've got to be a bit careful here because there's an offence called bringing the judiciary into disrepute.
What do you want of your mind?
You can be sent to jail if you're too strident in your criticism of judges.
You're never strident in your criticism.
So all I'm going to say is this. Judges can't lament the fact that society questions the justice system if they're going to hand down sentences like that one. You forfeit the right to complain about politicians disempowering the judiciary by imposing mandatory minimum sentences when someone like Coolio will do so few nights behind bars. Ditto the teenager who killed Good Samaritan Peter Levkovsky. Eligible for parole in 5.5 years. Steals a kid's bike, and when Peter confronts him, he stabs the father of 2 in the stomach with a butcher's knife he was carrying because he intended to use it in a separate robbery. Oh, and he bragged about the killing in a Snapchat video. And he'll be out well before this decade's over.
At least he did sometime.
Luigi Rayapin raped a law student at Rottnest Island. Judge Laurie Levy gives him a suspended sentence.
Even the other judges thought that was wrong.
He just got 3 years and 3 months after the Director of Public Prosecution successfully appealed. But that's rare though. Any sentencing appeal's uncommon and successful ones even more so. But maybe the DPP should take the cue out of the rack a bit more frequently. Prosecutors bottled it in the case of Dwayne Winmar. He got less than 6 years for mowing down police officer Anne McMahon back in 2019. She's thrown 25 metres by the force of Winmar's car hitting her. I say Winmar's car, it wasn't his, he'd stolen it. Ends up with spinal injuries, ruptured knees, broken legs, bruised ribs, the whole lot. Promising AFLW player, but never going to kick the footy the same way. And he's eligible for parole this year. That's Judge Wendy Gillen's work. Winmar was 3 times over the limit, driving without a licence. He's never had one, by the way. And at the time he smashed into Anne, he was, wait for it, on a suspended sentence for driving other stolen cars.
Judges are bound by precedent.
I know, I get it. Sean David Mile, though, was in jail for just 3 months for mowing down Hayden Ballantyne's brother, Brendan. But don't worry, because Magistrate Matthew Walton also gave him a $400 fine and disqualified him from driving for a whole 6 months.
It's not just car crime.
Father who raped his own daughter for 9 years, made eligible for parole after 12. That's what, 16 months jail for every 12 months he sexually abused his own kid? He raped her in between sharing pictures of the abuse as it occurred and downloading child abuse material a court was told was not behaviour that can be seen anywhere else in the animal kingdom. That sentence was handed down in 2016, but it was backdated to August 2015, so he could be out in 4 years. Thank you very much, Judge Christopher Stevenson. I could go on and on about this.
But we won't.
No. You Ted Lasso app is out tonight. That should wash the rage away.
Do you believe in ghosts, Ted?
I do. But more importantly, I think they need to believe in themselves.
I'm Ben Harvey. For more Up Late, click the subscribe button below.